Hi everybody, it's Jeff with Sketchy Wisdom, and today we're going to tackle that most ticklish of topics, abortion and reproductive rights. Now, this is a controversial subject. We're going to talk in graphic language about a graphic topic and using some graphic graphics. So if you're just not up for it right now, that's okay. Save it for later or not at all. Check out these current billboards from ProLife across America extolling the anatomic miracles of various stages of embryonic and fetal development. A heartbeat at 18 days gestation, fingerprints at 9 weeks from conception. Notice anything about them? Not one depicts the unborn, that made-up political constituency that has as much reality to it as the undead. Instead, they show studio-quality portraits of bubbly, bouncy, adorably dressed, mostly Caucasian babies who've cleared the womb some time ago. So what does this mean? Well, first of all, their biology is faulty. Either that or they're knowingly engaging in some of the most egregious propaganda. You ready for a little truth? Here's what an actual human embryo looks like at about 18 days gestation. Now, one of the billboards references a heartbeat at 18 days, as if that alone disqualifies any options. Now, this is not to say that one can't feel attachment or even love for something at this stage, but to say that at this stage of development, the embryo has rights that cancel out those of the mother is patently ridiculous. Notice how perfectly developed these little bundles of joy are. They never seem to mention the many risks and hazards associated with fetal development. For reference, here's a list of possible fetal anomalies pro-life propagandists never seem to mention. Now, it seems to me if you don't know what all of these things are, and I certainly don't, it ought to pretty much disqualify you from making decisions on the part of a pregnant woman. Here in Iowa, our legislature just signed on to an ALEC-designed bill to ban abortion past 20 weeks gestation and impose a 3-day waiting period before a woman can legally end a pregnancy, joining a number of backward states where amateur gynecologists have imposed their belief system on women in an effort to keep control over them. It isn't about life. If it were, they could have pushed through a personhood bill to issue Social Security numbers and conception certificates to newly fertilized ova, but if they did, they wouldn't have the issue to run on anymore. But there are pro-life women, you say? Of course there are. Here are just a few. Senator Joni Ernst from Iowa, State Senator Amy Sinclair, who spoke on behalf of the Iowa House file, Maggie DeWitt, head of Iowans for Life, and all sorts of young women who tend to appear as if nothing really bad has ever happened to them, and the dudes who say they love them. What do these women have in common besides their maudlin pro-life views? Privilege, and perhaps even a touch of momentary notoriety, if not fame. For whatever reason, they feel perfectly comfortable leaving their daughters, mine and yours, with fewer options, less liberty than they themselves have had since Roe v. Wade. To them, this mythical cohort of the unborn is more real and more important than you are, never admitting that if they ever called a meeting or town hall of the unborn, all that would show up would be pregnant women, many of whom in circumstances they just can't fathom. Is it fair to call it misogyny? Well, H.L. Mencken defined the term as when men hate women as much as women hate one another. So you tell me. For Sketchy Wisdom, I'm Jeff Clothier, and we'll see you again, ladies.